Right now, Madison police services are on the line. The cuts that could happen if voters reject November's referendum.
Plus, new security measures at Madison schools, why the district will be using facial recognition cameras.
Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Kyrian Lee.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for tuning in. It's, one of those mornings where it's feeling still a little fall-like out there.
Yes, and as Savannah said, it's cold. I know I got in trouble last week. We got in trouble, well, not last week, earlier this week with you for saying it was cold.
See, ladies, just
chilly.
wait. Just wait till you survive your first Wisconsin winter. And then we can talk about cold.
Well, we're from the Midwest, so I think we'll be able to handle it.
Yeah, people say that.
I don't know about that.
People say that.
I don't know about that, guys. It does feel kind of cool outside this morning, but it's almost a little sticky. Dew points are starting to rise. We are going to see those into the lower to even mid-60s, so it will be humid out there once we get to the afternoon. Also tracking a couple spotty showers, not this morning, at least northwest of Madison. Those areas up near La Crosse did see a few, but we could see them across the Madison area and southern Wisconsin by about lunchtime. They will be very brief, though. 60 in Madison, so actually temperatures warming at least a little bit. Still not as warm as what we're seeing northwest of here. La Crosse is sitting almost at 70 degrees this morning. Camp Douglas at 65. Yesterday, they were in the upper 40s, so it is a little bit warmer, especially northwest of Madison across southern Wisconsin, just compared to this time yesterday. But some isolated showers, like I mentioned, all of those right now are to our northwest, and those dew points eventually going to start to rise. But overall, picture perfect weekend, but it's almost going to feel fall-like, where temperatures Saturday afternoon, tomorrow and Saturday, are going to be close to 10 degrees below average. But then by Sunday, temperatures start to warm again. We'll talk about how low our temperatures will be and also nighttime temperatures the next few evenings. That's all coming up a little later, guys.
Savannah, thank you so much. This morning, we're taking a look at what's at stake in Madison's budget referendum.
The city asking for $22 million from taxpayers to close a budget gap. If it fails, though, city leaders say they'll cut staff and police services. In a one-on-one interview with News 3 Now, Police Chief Sean Barnes laid out some of the tough choices that he'd have to make. It includes cuts to community police programs, which he calls a matter of public safety.
I think that they would be less safe if we had to make these cuts, because safety is a combination of a variety of things. And so there is no way to prioritize police services.
Chief Barnes says that much of the funding the department has had is linked to record low numbers of homicides and burglaries. He adds that the department would not be able to fill vacancies and would not hold a police academy next year. Now, Mayor Satchie Rhodes Conway has made it clear that if this referendum fails, that city services would be cut by 5%. That would amount to $4.7 million. Now, some of the programs that would be cut include the Gang and Neighborhood Crime Abatement Team, which was used to go after car thieves. Also, the Community Outreach section would be lost with the cut. Alternatively, the referendum, if it's successful and passes, the average homeowner in Madison would pay an additional $20 a month in property taxes.
Now to campaign 2024 coverage. Vice President Kamala Harris and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz are in the middle of their first nationwide tour together. One of their latest stops came in Eau Claire. More than 12,000 supporters showed up. Harris and Walz touched on several key campaign issues. These include abortion, gun control, and health insurance. The vice presidential nominee also aimed to relate to Midwesterners with his background.
Being a Midwesterner, too, I know a little something about commitment to people. I was born in a small town in Nebraska where community meant everything. My mom and dad taught me to show generosity to my neighbors and work for a common good.
Tony Evers and U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin were among the speakers at the rally. The indie folk band Bon Iver from Eau Claire also performed.
Meantime, opponents on the Republican side also stopping in Eau Claire at the exact same time. Vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance here speaking with a group. In fact, both planes you see here were on the tarmac in Eau Claire at the exact same time. Senator Vance then walked over toward Air Force 2, and here's what he had to say about that moment.
We landed about the same time that she did, and I went over there because I thought it might be nice to check out this plane that's going to be mine in a few months if we all take care of business, and I think we will. But mostly, actually, I wanted to go and say hello to the journalists who are traveling along with the vice president, because I figured they must be lonely because Kamala Harris doesn't take any questions.
Vance has criticized Vice President Harris for not doing any sit-down interviews with the media since President Biden exited the race. Both campaigns also rallied voters in Michigan later that day. Today, Harris and Walz will be in Nevada and Arizona for more campaign events.
Back here in Wisconsin, experts say the emerald ash borer is now officially in every county in the state. Here's a look at what the bug looks like right here, so take a good look. They have the name because they're known to destroy ash trees. The insect was first spotted in the state 20 years ago. Paul Segan with the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources tells us how to spot a tree impacted by the bug.
You generally would look for is the flecking or pecking away of the bark on the tree. And trees would take on a little bit more of a lighter appearance on the bark. We call it blonding or flecking. And that is really a telltale sign that EAB is in that tree and the tree is in decline as a result.
Segan says these trees exist even in urban areas. He says the most common way the emerald ash borer moves around is through people transporting firewood.
Yeah, the emerald ash borer has been around Madison, I believe, for more than 10 years now, and it's something that they frequently treat. A lot of the trees planted along the sides of the roads are ash trees, so this is something that is a big deal. And yeah, the more we can keep firewood local and not transport it across the state, the better that the whole situation is going to be. But right now, it's just something that's kind of commonplace and that needs constant attention in places like Madison.
Yes, so now we're getting signs of what to look for in those trees.
Yeah, those bugs.
Yes, always need those reminders.
When you see it blown up big like that, those big green bugs, they look nasty.
Yeah, they're nasty in general. I don't like bugs, but we're going to jump right in here to our next story. Starting this school year, Madison schools will scan visitors' faces.
Yeah, it's a system called Visitor Aware. It uses similar software to what unlocks our smartphones. The technology cross-references guests with sex offender registries, government watch lists, and other legal databases. If results are clear, guests can enter as usual. If not, though, school officials are alerted.
So if you're a teacher, if you're a student, if you're a staff member at Madison schools, with Visitor Aware, you'll know and can feel comfortable that any person that's entering the building has been screened to prevent potential issues at the door before someone even gets in the building.
Funding for the system comes largely through a grant by the technology department. The district will pay more than $150,000 over the course of the next 3 years.
And with the school year not far away, now is the time to start thinking about the transition for your kids' sleep schedule. Students of all ages have likely spent the summer staying up later than normal and sleeping in more in the morning, and it takes some time to transition out of that routine. As part of the change, experts recommend setting a strict standard that your bed is only for sleeping.
And so I think some children run into the issue of they use their bed for homework or for talking on the phone or using their phone. That kind of sets the stage for the bed is not for sleep. And that can be tricky for teens to kind of settle down once they get into their bed.
Friar Miller also says the middle of August at the latest is the best time to start getting back into a sleeping schedule for school. That gives students at least 2 weeks to get acclimated.
Now to a warning about payment apps. They may be quick and convenient, but they are also vulnerable to scams.
A group of lawmakers want to help protect users from falling victim. And our Michelle Renee Quinn is here now in the studio with the changes these lawmakers want to make. What can you tell us?
Well, you know the payment apps like Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal. We all know those. But what you might not know is what losses from bank transfers and fraud scams have drastically increased. Now, federal data reports last year, customers lost $210 million to scammers on payment apps. That's 62% more than 2 years ago. Now, while some payment apps offer protections, existing laws don't require banks to reimburse customers who authorize transactions to scammers. But a group of Democratic lawmakers are hoping to change that. During a hearing last month, they introduced a new bill that would protect consumers who are defrauded by payments to scam artists on platforms like Zelle and Venmo. And one way to tell if you could be getting scammed is if the email says your card ends in XXXX. If there are no actual numbers, look at where that email is coming from and call your bank immediately.
Yeah, this is something that got brought to our attention a while ago when we started doing some Facebook marketplace sales, and you're selling something to somebody or you're trying to buy something, they want you to use these specific apps. It's kind of, it requires a lot of trust, and there's not a lot of oversight, so it's glad to see that the federal government stepping in to try to do something about this, trying to pass a law to protect people's money out there, because it is so easy, especially if you're trusting, to get scammed like this. Good information, Michelle Renee. Appreciate it.
Of course. Savannah, what's coming up?
To track a few very isolated showers, not going to amount to much, though. You can see potential rainfall amounts slim to none. We'll track those showers out coming up.
And also ahead, a former Badger basketball player is headed to the pros. Find out where next in sports.
And it's Thursday morning, which means we are working for the weekend in the 608 this morning. I'll have 3 things for your family to do coming up.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
At Toyota's national sales event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun, like Camry, RAV4, Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius Prime, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, Ford.
Right now, you can lease a sporty new 2024 Corolla for $219 a month, or lease a new 2025 Camry for $349 a month.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's time for Good News, Madison.
Jazz at 5 this year is at the South Hamilton side of the Capitol lawn. Our artists come from a variety of backgrounds, whether it's students, seasoned performers, national performers, and performers from all over the region. You can find more information at our website, jazzat5.org.
And that is Good News, Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Get select large thin crust pizzas for $8.99. Papa Murphy's. We make great pizza so you can make the pizza great.
Such a great deal.
$8.99. That is a great deal.
A little help here? Oh. Keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest until 2026.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Hi, I'm Peter Gottlieb with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. In the August 13th primary election, voters will pick their preferred Democratic or Republican candidates for the United States Congress and the Wisconsin State Legislature. The winners will be on the ballot in the November 5th general election, which will include votes for president and state and federal offices. Learn more at vote411.org.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
6:13 on your Thursday. You know what that means. It is almost the weekend in the 608.
That's right. Josh Brighter is here with your weekend planner. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. I have 3 things for you to do this weekend. And the first one, a big return for a landmark event in Madison. I'm talking about Ride the Drive happening Sunday, August 11th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is when select downtown area streets and parks come alive with the spirit of the community. Ride the Drive is a free event promoting the use of alternative transportation with miles of open streets. By threading through the route through 6 key Madison parks, organizers aim to connect the community, encourage outdoor activity, and foster a deeper appreciation for these green spaces. Each of these 6 park hubs offers activities for all ages, food, and entertainment. On Saturday, it is Aviation and Autos at the Middleton Airport. This is the 4th annual event happening from 10 to 2. $30 will be charged at the gate to those participating in the car show, but the event is free for spectators. There will also be a silent auction, a DJ providing music, a 50-50 raffle, and prizes for winners of car classes. All proceeds benefit cars carrying kids. And finally, how about a Fish Fry Friday? This is happening, yeah, with a view. Get this, at Devil's Lake State Park, literally at the state park. This is going on from 4:30 to 6:30. You can find either battered or baked cod while it lasts at the north entrance of Devil's Lake by the Chateau. Prices are $15 for a 2-piece or $17 for a 3-piece. It is important to note it is cash only. Right. Sign me up for that, right? Remember, we are your home for what's happening in the 608. You can go to this section of channel3000.com. Also click on that community calendar in partnership with Madison Magazine. Boy, the forecast looks good. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be out enjoying the nice weather this weekend.
So they're not going to like be sweating bullets at all because it's going to be some mild temperatures this weekend. So we're looking good.
Cool and comfortable.
Finally.
And I think, you know, those events like you're talking about are going to be more popular because, you know, it's not like lake weather. It's not hot enough to like go out on the water, hang out at the beach, or, you know, get the boat out. So things like you're offering up are kind of right in line with what people
it's
are going to
nice.
be looking for.
Even the evenings this week, like we've been outside on the porch, we've been going for a walk. Like it's pleasant. You don't have to go outside and just melt, right?
Exactly.
That's what we've been used to.
That's why I said I can't really complain. I know it's a little cooler than normal, but can't complain.
Last weekend of the state fair too.
I know.
West House.
And Madison Night Market is happening tonight as well. So all the things.
So lots of things to do. Like how can you pick one?
Keeping you busy.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Josh Bryder, thanks a lot.
You bet.
And remember to let Josh know what inspires you here in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email us at in608@wisctv.com for a chance to be featured.
616, yeah, Savannah, nice and cool, comfortable out there. Do have a chance of some showers, though, today that you've been talking about?
Yeah, we do have a stray chance of a couple isolated showers. That'll be with that cold front that moves in later this afternoon. And as a result of that cold front, humidity levels rise, winds also rise, but temperatures are going to drop. 60 in McFarland, 57 in Middleton, 56 in Cross Plains. Temperatures are much warmer than this time yesterday. Northwest of Madison, we even have some upper 60s, 69 in La Crosse, 57 in Janesville, 64 in Milwaukee. We're still at 60 right now at the airport, Dane County, Madison. We're at about 1.25 inches or just over that, ½ an inch where we should be. So we're already starting the month of August out pretty active and also warmer aside the last 2 days. The showers probably around lunchtime as temperatures rise in the mid to upper 70s. Those will move out of here pretty quickly because skies are going to be mostly clear. Overnight temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler and our winds are back out of the northwest. So the forecast for tonight only down into the lower 50s. Temperatures tomorrow, also because of the cold front, might only make it into the upper 60s. So overall, much cooler day ahead, well below average. Will be at about 10 degrees to even close to 15 degrees below average if temperatures only hang on to those upper 60s. But I do still think we have a chance of making it to 70 or 71. That's still the forecast, at least for Madison. Winds, like I mentioned, are going to pick up. So those from the northwest, once that cold front does pass, we're going to be down to about 15 to 20 miles per hour. And then they increase even more tonight into tomorrow. We're looking at about 20 to 25 miles per hour, at least for areas across southern Wisconsin, the better chance just to our northwest, but that will carry over into Friday afternoon. So expect pretty breezy conditions, cooler, less humid though as we head into the weekend. 77 today, 71 tomorrow, and again, that's close to 10 degrees below average, especially if temperatures only make it into the upper 60s. Thinking some sunshine will help keep us right near that 70-degree mark though. 73 Saturday, we're up to 76 by Sunday.
Wednesday was day one of practice for Wisconsin volleyball as they begin their quest to hang a couple more banners at the UW Fieldhouse. And it's been a busy couple of weeks for Kelly Sheffield. Remember, he was just in Paris to watch Dana Rettke and Lauren Carlini in the Olympics. But he wasn't the only one watching the former Badgers on the world stage. This year's team has kept a close eye on the UW duo and hope they can be in their shoes in 2028.
Really inspiring to me because I've looked up to her ever since before I even committed to Wisconsin. She's a big reason why I came here, and to see her living out her dreams is just adding fuel to my fire to feel like I played with her. I know what she did to get to the spot that she's at, and I can do those things too.
To be able to see people who have been in our jersey up there, it makes it very realistic for a lot of us just to be able to look towards that once we, finish our college careers.
The Packers kick off their preseason on Saturday when they travel to Cleveland to take on the Browns, and Jordan Morgan won't be playing in it. Green Bay's first-round draft pick injured his shoulder on Tuesday and is expected to be out at least a week. Meanwhile, Matt LaFleur did say that Jordan Love and most of the starters on both sides of the ball will play in their preseason opener. Down at Camp Platteville, Will Pauling has been named to the Bolitnikoff Award watch list, which is given to college football's outstanding receiver. The Badger Jr. was Wisconsin's leading receiver last year, catching 74 passes for 837 yards and 6 touchdowns. And this season, he's stepping into a new role in that receiver room.
I'd say leadership does come natural to me, but I feel like kind of being that vocal leader is kind of something I really need to take the next step on, especially with just being that guy in the room that's kind of proven himself with what I did last year. I feel like a lot of guys are going to look up to me, and just being that vocal leader, not just leading by example, is going to play a big part for us.
On the hardwood, Tyler Wall is turning pro. The former Badger signed a 1-year deal to play professionally in Croatia. Wall averaged 10 points and 5 rebounds in his final season at Wisconsin before playing in the NBA's Summer League with his hometown team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Brewers looking to take the series against the Braves, and Blake Perkins was doing his part. Tied at 4 in the 8th, and Perk slaps one into the outfield to drive in 2. Part of a 3 RBI night from him. Brewers get the win, 8-5. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
Still ahead, the big box store that's about to start cracking down on membership sharing.
Coming up in our next half hour, the first Marquette Law School poll is out since Vice President Kamala Harris entered the race. Find out where the race stands this morning.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, and dirt are settling deep into your carpet fibers. Stanley Steamer removes the dirt you see and the dirt you don't. Your carpets aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Champion's big window sale is back.
Do you have ugly, hard-to-open, drafty windows? Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy 2, you get 2 free. Buy 2 Champion windows, get 2 free? I guess that means if you buy 4, you get 4 free. Buy 6, get 6 free. Buy 10, get 10 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2, Get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
Great job, everybody. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
We all share the same roads, but when accidents happen, we don't always share the same consequences. Big trucks can cause big damage. Injuries can be severe and may require a lifetime of care and compensation. Call Gruber Law Offices today. We've been fighting and winning for people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Let us do the same for you. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Kamala Harris has taken on gang members to get justice for victims, taken on big banks to pay back people they ripped off, taken on drug companies to cap insulin at $35. Now she's running to take on greedy corporations who jack up prices to lower everyday costs for working families. They're spending millions on ads attacking her because she'd be a president who fights for you. FF PAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
Get peace of mind with your annual Stanley Steamer dryer vent cleaning. We remove lint buildup to reduce the risk of fire and extend the life of your dryer. Plus, your clothes will dry faster too. Your dryer vent isn't clean until it's Stanley Steamer clean.
Gets your home cleaner.
6 6:24 on your Thursday. Let's take a look at this photo here from Tony.
Okay, Tony.
Really capturing all the colors here.
I love the yellow sky. Wow.
Yes.
Appreciate it, Tony. Hey, heads up, if you shop at Costco, Costco's about to crack down on shared memberships. The company just announced that it's going to be scanning member cards at entrances now, and if the card doesn't have a photo, you'll have to show a photo ID. And that's not the only change that Costco is making as they try to crack down on those membership cards. Guests are also going to have to be accompanied by a valid card holder in order to even enter the stores.
They're just really getting really into this, you know. They want more. I know they want more people to get the membership, but it's just so easy to share, you know.
They keep getting more and more too. Yeah. Like it just started with showing the card more often, and now
sharing is caring. Though.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But yeah. What happened to that one? No. But I guess yeah. I guess you're gonna have to get your own if you don't have one.
All right. So heads up. That's supposed to start in a couple months here. Well, credit where credit is due. Check out this butter sculpture at the Illinois State Fair. How about that? The butter cow has been an unofficial icon of the event since the 1920s. 500 pounds of unsalted butter sculpted by hand over 5 days. Josh, just remind you of the Minnesota State Fair?
It really does.
I knew you were thinking that.
It takes you back a little bit.
Yeah, they do something very similar. Princess
Cave, the Milky Way.
They carve her head out of butter every year, and this is what the folks in Illinois do. This looks very nice. Yeah.
Did you? I know you're from Illinois. Did you go see the butter cow when you were younger?
No, I did not. Not that I can recall. What? But I want to know what they do with this after. Like, if they just throw it away.
They do.
They probably move it on into their home.
On that note, we'll have some more weather.
Okay.
You guys asked me to the couch.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
A lot of law firms claim to be experts at handling injury cases that involve large trucks. But handling one trucking case does not make you an expert on the subject. Experience matters in these cases. One local firm has handled 25 trucking cases which resulted in payments over $1 million each, and hundreds of others as well. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Hanson's knows that your home is a place of comfort and protection. That's why our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters, as well as our bathtubs and showers, are guaranteed. With 35 years experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest, no payments for 1 year.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tom, actually.
Right, Tom.
Tom. You doing that on purpose?
Tam.
Tam.
How have we got to Tam? Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
This morning, expanding the system to find missing kids in danger. The new alerts that'll start going out across the state.
It feels like a funeral.
Plus, the consequences of the state's child care crisis will show you emotional reaction as a local daycare center prepares to close its doors.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning here on a Thursday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrian Lee.
We want to start right away with an update on Tropical Storm Debbie.
Overnight, the storm made second landfall in South Carolina. Debbie's on track to make it to North Carolina by this evening. A new video here shows it's already affecting the state. You can see roads flooded. The governor there has told people to be, quote, prepared for a deluge. Since making first landfall in Florida Monday, the storm's killed at least 5 people.
Yeah, it's got a lot of room to move to up the eastern seaboard. Let's check in with meteorologist Savannah Brito. She's standing by out on the patio. Is this impacting our weather system here at all?
No, it's not going to impact our system here. There are tropical storm warnings, watches, flood warnings, and also even a tornado watch for that area because of Debbie. But locally, the rain that we'll see here going to be associated with a cold front that's actually going to knock our temperatures down quite a bit between this afternoon and then tomorrow afternoon. We'll be about 10 degrees actually below average heading into Friday and the first half of this upcoming weekend. Overall, a dry and cooler weekend ahead after a few spotty showers for the most part early this morning. They're well to our northwest. I think most of southern Wisconsin still looks to remain dry because for us it will be a relatively speaking dry cold front, but a few spotty showers cannot be ruled out. Temperatures are warming up, couple 60s out there. Not as cool as what we'll see though, what we did see yesterday and what's to come tonight when temperatures are actually going to drop in the lower 50s. We'll talk about how cool tomorrow's going to be and heading into the first half of this upcoming weekend. That's coming up a little later, guys.
All right, Savannah, talk to you then. Thank you. Folks, you'll soon start getting more alerts to help find missing kids. Today, the Wisconsin Attorney General will announce the launch of the state's new expanded alert system. Lawmakers passed this new law earlier this year. It's called the Prince Act, named after 5-year-old Prince McCree. Prince went missing in Milwaukee. It was also inspired by 10-year-old Lily Peters, who went missing in Chippewa Falls. Both children ended up dead. Neither case met the state's strict Amber Alert criteria. The bipartisan act changes the requirements needed to issue an alert. It does that by expanding the definition of a person at risk to include children. This will make it easier for law enforcement to notify the public when a child goes missing. The AG will make that announcement later this morning in Milwaukee alongside some police officers.
Into continuing coverage in Milwaukee, today one of the 4 people charged in the death of Devontae Mitchell will be in court. It comes days after Mitchell's family released this video here to the public showing the former Hyatt Regency employee's violent interaction with Mitchell before his death. Todd Erickson will be in court for an initial appearance today. He's one of the hotel's former security guards, now charged with murder. The other defendants include Devin Johnson Carson, Brandon Turner, and Herbert Williamson. A criminal complaint says the other 3 men were a security guard, a front desk agent, and a bellman. Prosecutors allege they caused Mitchell's death while committing misdemeanor battery. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner says his death was a homicide, but noted effects from drugs. An investigation report says hotel security responded when Mitchell ran into a women's bathroom. His mother says he was having a mental health episode. Erickson will be in court later this morning at 8:30.
Sun Prairie police no longer looking for a man connected to a shooting that happened in July. Police say they've arrested a man connected to the shooting. It happened the night of July 17th, just after 9 o'clock. Gunfire struck a teen in the hand in an incident on Elizabeth Lane. Police say the man was arrested and is facing 2 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety.
The race for the White House is shifting into high gear. Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate Minnesota Governor Tim Walz continue to visit battleground states this week. It follows a visit from the Democrats in Eau Claire yesterday, where we got a preview of the arguments Harris and Walz are planning to lay out before voters in the coming days.
Strengthening our economy and building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency. Because you see, Coach Walz and I know when America's middle class is strong, America is strong.
And Trump's running mate shares those same dangerous and backward beliefs. You know, just like all of us in regular America, we go to Yale, and then we have our careers funded by Silicon Valley billionaires, and then you write a book about the place you grew up and you trash that place. Come on, that's not who Wisconsin is. That's not who Minnesota is.
Harris is doubling down on Democrats' message of being the party of the middle class. We also hear Walz going after Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance.
Vance also made a stop in Eau Claire yesterday, something he announced after we found out about the vice president's visit. While in Wisconsin, we got another look at the ideas he's promoting, including one about elections that echoes what we've heard from Donald Trump. Listen.
I feel a lot of confidence about Wisconsin, but certainly as a campaign, we're going to continue to monitor things. We're going to continue to make sure that people are doing things the right way. And I think the voters of Wisconsin should have some confidence that the Trump campaign is on top of this stuff and focused on this stuff. Kamala Harris said...
Next week, Vance plans to head to every state that the Walz-Harris ticket's visiting this week.
Those visits come amid polling that shows a tightening race between Harris and Trump. And in a brand new poll from Marquette Law School, Trump has a slight edge with Wisconsin's registered voters over Harris, 50% to 49%. That's well within the margin of error, 4.6 points. For likely voters, Harris is the choice of 50% and Trump the choice of 49%. That's also within the margin of error, 4.8 points. But that's just for a head-to-head matchup. In a multi-candidate race, 8% of registered Wisconsin voters polled say they'd vote for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. That leaves Harris with a lead over Trump, 45% to 43%. Now, we do know Kennedy will be a choice for Wisconsin voters in November. The Wisconsin Elections Commission says Kennedy has enough signatures from voters to get on the ballot.
As we continue to bring you campaign coverage, we want to make sure that we're covering what matters to you. So right now, we want you to go to channel3000.com, take our poll, what issues matter most to you. It's right on the homepage under top stories on the left-hand side. There you can select anything from the environment, border security, agriculture, the economy. Just select whatever the most important issue is that you'd like lawmakers to address. That'll help us help you find out everything you need to know about where the candidates stand on those topics.
Time now 6:36. A new report from the Wisconsin DCF shows affordable child care availability is dwindling. Daycare centers are closing across the state, leaving people without child care providers and others without jobs. Our Merrill Hubbard talks to the owners of one local daycare center shutting down and about what led to this moment.
This daycare facility has stood here since 1990, and in 1994, the Krona family bought into the business and has been running it for the past 30 years. That's 30 years of generational memories that will soon come to an end as they have to lock the Learning Ladder's doors for the last time.
The Learning Ladder is about to get a lot quieter.
This has always been a second home away from home for all of us.
After decades of asking for change, the DPI, school district, and city regulations have backed daycares into a corner.
We actually lose money on our youngest age groups, but we still have them because that's where the greatest need is.
What they need is robust child care accounts funding, fair access to 4K funding and care, and consistent regulations across all child care providers.
And there's simply nothing left to hold the rest of the business up, so that's kind of why we're closing.
So when we heard the news, it was heartbreaking. It was like we're losing a family.
Maggie Schauer is a first-time mom who has seen her daughter flourish from 6 months to 3 years old.
It's been so wonderful. Like, we get there and she's just full of energy and so happy.
This purple home that has been full of laughs is now filled with tears.
You know, if I'm on a fire truck somewhere or at our annual festival, you know, I see all of our kids.
He's very well known as Mr. Jason.
About 25 people will not only lose their jobs, but also the memories that come with them.
We love those people so much. Like I said, they're like our family.
I mean, so far it doesn't feel real. It's just kind of
feels like a funeral.
The Learning Ladder's last day is August 23rd. And if you want to learn more about why this place has to close, you can read it on channel3000.com. Reporting in Cottage Grove, Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Merrill, thank you.
It breaks your heart.
It does.
Right, to hear people talk about something like that they feel so passionately about, and to know that it's going to have to close despite their best efforts.
Right.
So in response to that report we mentioned earlier, Governor Evers is calling on the legislature now to provide some meaningful investments to support the child care industry.
And still ahead, new opportunities for Wisconsin students to learn outside of the classroom. We'll tell you how.
And winds are calm right now, but that will change later, also tracking some isolated showers.
And we're also working for the weekend in the 608. Coming up, we'll have 3 things for your family to do.
Hey there, Madison. Dina here again. If you have a plumbing emergency, you need the RHD Dream Team difference. Call us in the morning and we'll see you the same day. If it leaks, bursts, or freezes, you need the RHD Dream Team. We remedy your disaster fast. That's the Dream Team difference.
I became a nurse to make lives better. Today, that's hard to do because of the open border. I've seen firsthand the damage that Kamala Harris caused as our country's borders are. Hospitals everywhere are overwhelmed, and American patients are paying the price. My patients are covering the healthcare costs for people here illegally while their own care is jeopardized. Kamala Harris is weak and dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee, tea, wine, or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first 5-minute application. Better yet, after a week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs are easier on your gums and cause less sensitivity.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth. With the Power Swabs, I've been using them for a week, and I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night, and no problems.
Over 500,000 people have already seen incredible results. Now, it's your turn to get started with Power Swabs.
I like my smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call or go online to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. Plus, get free shipping.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. We carry a great selection of carpets. Find the color and style that fits your home. Chevron carpet is just 79 cents per square foot after rebate. Add a classic touch to your home with vinyl flooring. Tarkett vinyl plank is waterproof, perfect for kitchens and bathrooms. Veracor vinyl plank is $349 per square foot after 11% rebate at Menards. America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction.
Save big money at Menards.
They say the kitchen is the heart of the home, but one look at this mess proved this love affair was over. If outdated, worn, and no wow factor describes a room in your home, you need the RHD Dream Team difference. We'll be on time, on budget, and fabulous from design to installation to put the heart back into your home.
Moving forward in your community. Lending helping hands. Spotlighting the people. Telling the stories. Warning you first. Your local news source. For nearly 70 years. News 3 Now. Moving forward. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
New this morning, academic opportunities outside of the classroom just increased for Wisconsin students.
The Department of Public Instruction awarded federal funding to help with additional academic needs. Our Michelle Renee Quinn is here with all of the details. Good morning.
Good morning. That's over $6 million of federal funding. Wow. Now, it will be dispersed between locations across the state through the 21st Century Community Learning Center, or CCLC, grant program. This program addresses students' academic needs specifically by providing enriching academic opportunities during those after or before school hours. Now, State Superintendent Dr. Jill Underly believes outside of school learning opportunities are critical, saying, quote, programming offered through community learning centers reinforces the things students learn during the school day and offers students a connection with adults and peers to ensure they are safe and have the support they need. She continues, we must meet the unique needs of kids and communities across the state, especially their growing academic, social, and creative needs. Now, examples of what this funding supports includes tutoring, service learning, arts and music, drug and violence prevention, financial literacy, credit recovery, apprenticeships, environmental literacy, and STEM projects. Madison schools receiving this funding include middle schools Blackhawk, James Wright, Senate, and Sherman. Elementary schools Dr. Virginia Henderson, Nuestro Mundo, Orchard Ridge, Schenck, and Southside, as well as La Follette High School. Now, Sun Prairie's Creekside and Westside Elementary are also recipients. Adult family member activities to promote engagement and individual skill development through parental skill building is also supported through this grant.
Oh, it's a long list of ways that this money is going to be used and all the different schools that it's going to support. Sounds like it's going to have a wide-reaching effect here in South Central Wisconsin.
It will.
Thanks, Michelle Renee.
Of course.
Reminder, we're in the middle of our big back-to-school supply drive. We're proudly partnering up once again with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County. We want to make sure every kid in the county has what they need before the school year starts. We can't do it without your help, so we need you to drop off those school supplies sometime between now and next Friday, the 16th. You can do it at any Boys and Girls Club location in Dane County. You can do it at our studios in Raymond Road as well. Or you can make a monetary donation. For details on how to help out, just head to the story at channel3000.com.
Checking in now with meteorologist Savannah Brito, who's here with your first warn weather.
Good morning. Thank you. We're tracking a couple of isolated showers later in the day. For the most part this morning, they're well north of the area, but it's a little warmer than yesterday, at least across Dane County. A lot warmer, or much warmer, northwest of the area, though. 60 in Madison, 58 in Oregon, 59 in Perry. But those areas that were waking up to the upper 40s yesterday, mid-60s today. Camp Douglas is sitting at 66, La Crosse at 69. Cooler temperatures, though, just to our east and also south Janesville at 57, Waukesha at 55 this morning. Those areas that are warmer, dew points are warmer there, and also they had cloud cover. That's why they're a little bit warmer than us here in Madison. Our dew point still comfortable in the mid-50s here. We'll see these slowly rise, humidity levels as well. We're going to see dew points up to the lower to mid-60s, but then those dip down tonight into tomorrow, and a comfortable weekend ahead. I think we'll start to see some humidity levels creep up on Sunday. The isolated showers by later lunchtime this afternoon, about 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. That's when I expect those to move in. Brief, spotty showers. They move out of here pretty quick. I still think for the most part it'll be a dry cold front for most of Wisconsin. We're not talking about precipitation totals, maybe a few hundredths of an inch of rain at best. But after that, we'll start to see that clearing take place pretty quickly this evening into tomorrow, because we're going to be mostly clear tonight. And after that cold front does pass, temperatures fall into the lower 50s tonight, and then tomorrow, check it out. There might be areas across southern Wisconsin that only make it into the upper 60s, so it will be well below average. Still hoping for some sunshine. Our winds are out of the northwest, but because we'll see mostly sunny skies, I think that could help boost temperatures to about 70 degrees. Still going with a high of 71 tomorrow in Madison. After that, skies clear out again. The next several nights are going to be comfortable and clear, and then the afternoon hours we'll start to see some sunshine, aside of today where we are going to keep mostly cloudy skies until the evening. And as you can see, not expecting a lot of rain. Again, less than 1/10 of an inch. We might see a few hundredths, but I do think it'll be a mostly dry cold front. Because of that, though, winds are going to increase, though. This evening into tomorrow, winds could gust up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour. A high of 77. Tomorrow will be down to 71, and then temperatures slowly start to warm back up. 73 on Saturday, 76 Sunday, and then the days to follow will be right near the 80-degree mark.
All right, Savannah, thanks a lot. Hey, weekend weather looking pretty good. So let's see what's going on this weekend in the 608.
Josh Ryder is here with your weekend planner. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. I think with the forecast, a lot of folks are going to be looking for things to do outside this weekend, and I have 3 things for you to do. The first one, a big return for a landmark event in Madison. I'm talking about Ride the Drive, happening Sunday from 10 to 2. This is when select downtown area streets and parks come alive with the spirit of community. Ride the Drive is a free event promoting the use of alternative transportation with miles of open streets. By threading the route through 6 key Madison parks, organizers aim to connect the community, encourage outdoor activity, and foster a deeper appreciation for these green spaces. Each of the 6 park hubs offers activities for all ages, food, and entertainment. On Saturday, it is Aviation and Autos at the Middleton Airport. This is their 4th annual event happening from 10 to 2. $30 will be charged at the gate to those participating in the car show, but the event is free for spectators. There will be a silent auction, a DJ, a 50-50 raffle, and prizes for winners of those car classes. All proceeds benefit Cars Curing Kids. And finally, how about a Fish Fry Friday? This is happening with a view at Devil's Lake State Park. From 4:30 to 6:30, you can find either battered or baked cod while it lasts at the north entrance of Devil's Lake by the Chateau. Prices are $15 for a 2-piece and $17 for a 3-piece. It is important to note that is cash only. Remember, we are home for what's happening in the 608. Just go to channel3000.com. You can also click on that community calendar in partnership with Madison Magazine. All right, Kyrian, have you been to a Wisconsin fish fry yet?
I have not yet.
You're missing out.
I didn't. Okay, so there's a lot to keep up with there. We got the cheese curds. Like, actually, someone was telling me the other day, if the cheese curds don't have the right squeak to it, then it's not right.
Yep.
And now we're talking about fish fries.
Fish Fry Friday.
Okay, Fish Fry Friday. Okay.
Got to do it.
Just got the list of things to do.
Yeah, we're doing our part to try to ingrain you into the culture here.
Exactly.
And I mean, this is a big one to check off. Big one to check off.
And the fish fries at the top of the list.
It's close. I mean, so a fish fry, it's more than just about the fish. Although the fish is delicious, don't get me wrong. It's more about that sense of community, the camaraderie, you know, the supper club environment, just everything. It kind of sums up the essence of what our communities are all about.
We're so lucky too, because they're really, I don't know if I've ever heard of a bad fish fry around here either. Like, wherever you go, it's gonna be good. So you can't go wrong.
All right. Well, I got lots to do. I have like a bucket list of things.
We're giving you
homework.
homework.
I got a long time. I got a long time to figure this out.
If you can't make it this weekend to Devil's Lake State Park, there are so many others.
Yes.
Okay.
Check out over the
Good to know.
Every Friday.
Good to know. It doesn't run out. Good to know. All right, Josh, thank you so much.
Bet.
And coming up in the morning, sprints and why multiple Taylor Swift shows are canceled in Austria.
If you got a little kiddo turning 3, send us their picture. We'll show it on TV.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
What drives you? Drive for Lamers.
I wanted to do something good for my community, and now I get to make a difference in kids' lives.
Call or visit GoLamers.com for more information.
There's only so much fishing a retired guy can do.
Lamers Bus Lines. Our community needs you.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy 2, you get 2 free.
Hurry, Champion's buy 2, get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
That's a great deal. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This is America's border czar, and she's failed us. Under Harris, over 10 million illegally here. 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl. Brutal migrant crimes. And ISIS now here.
Do you have any plans to visit the border? You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Kamala Harris, failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
I love the co-op because of the good food and it supports the community.
I love the fresh produce, coffee at the juice bar for while I'm shopping, and the large selection of bulk products.
I think the prices are great.
I love the co-op because they make healthy food affordable for people.
I love the people who work here and the people who shop here.
The vibe is great.
and they have fun cooking classes for kids.
I love the co-op. I come here almost every day.
It's kind of my mini vacation going there.
I was looking for a way to make a difference, and I found it. I was nervous that I couldn't handle a school bus, but Lamers made it easy. Lamers taught me everything I needed to know, and now I'm loving it.
No experience necessary. Call or visit GoLamers.com today.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
6:54, time for the morning sprint.
The new missing child alert launches today. It's a result of the bipartisan Prince Act inspired by 5-year-old Prince McCree and 10-year-old Lily Peters, both who went missing and ended up dead in Wisconsin. Police weren't able to issue Amber Alerts for them because of the state's strict criteria. This act changes that, making it easier for law enforcement to let people know when kids are missing.
Tropical storm Debbie is set to unleash more torrential rains after making a second landfall early this morning in South Carolina. The storm is forecasted to bring tornadoes, destructive flooding, and more as it makes its way northward. The deadly storm is linked to at least 5 deaths already.
Multiple Taylor Swift concerts in Austria are canceled. Authorities there say they arrested 2 people suspected of plotting an attack on her Vienna concert. One, a 19-year-old with ties to ISIS. The other, a 17-year-old who had Islamic State group and Al-Qaeda material in their home. Authorities say they're not looking for anyone else. Both suspects are Austrian citizens.
Federal prosecutors accusing Hunter Biden of once agreeing to foreign lobbying. New court filings allege the president's son agreed to lobby U.S. officials on behalf of a Romanian businessman. Prosecutors want to introduce new testimony about the alleged lobbying agreement as evidence in the tax evasion case. That trial is set to start in September.
Federal officials are using testimony in hearings with Boeing as part of their investigation into the manufacturer. This comes 7 months after a door plug blew off of a 737 MAX 9 commercial jet while airborne. Mechanics say they had removed the door plug to make fixes, despite not being trained on how to remove a door plug. Workers also say internal time pressure led to mistakes.
Heads up, if you're driving downtown, a portion of West Wilson Street is going to be closed this afternoon while crews do some repaving. Crews are going to control traffic on the other lane as well. So Martin Luther King Boulevard, South Pinckney, they're going to be open, but drivers would have to make a U-turn at the end. Pavement should be finished by 4 o'clock this afternoon.
We are tracking a few isolated, very spotty showers associated with the cold front. That's also going to cause our temperatures to drop. 77 today. We'll be down to 71 tomorrow. Definitely an early September-like feel, not early August. 73 though Saturday, the second half year weekend. Humidity levels increase a little bit. We're up to 76, but overall, really nice weekend looking ahead. And then beyond that, a little warmer after that into next week.
Very good, because Josh just gave us a whole list of things to do this weekend. So
yeah, get out and about.
Did we tell you need to go to a fish fry?
Yeah, no, maybe
did we mention that?
Just a couple
Friday
times.
fish fry.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. We're back in 30 minutes with the news and weather update.